Distance can be a major barrier to accessing quality healthcare on time. That's where Angel Flight East comes in. Welcome to Takeoff Talk with Angel Flight East, a nonprofit dedicated to providing free flights for children and adults who need medical treatment far from home. We don't know how many people forego medical care because they don't have accessible transportation, and that's what this podcast is here to change. Join passionate AFE staff members Jess, Ames, and Maddy, Beck as they share real-life stories from people who have used AFE services to get the care they need when they need it.
Hey, frequent flyers, and welcome back after a little holiday break. You're here with me, Maddy.
And me, Jess.
And today we have Pilot Jide. Hey, Pilot, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah,
we are so excited because Jide, we will just kick this off with, he is our Rookie of the Year. He's very humble, but we have to tell everybody that he's the best.
Yeah.
Well, I have to thank God and I have to thank you guys for what you do. Yeah, that's it.
You do literally all of the hard work. We just call you and we're like, hey, are you busy on Tuesday? Because we need help.
I know when I talk to Dave, y'all think we do the hard work as well, right? But you guys do the hard work as well. And I think it's just a team effort because without you guys, without the patients as well, the passengers, and without us, it's not going to be complete. I think it's a team effort. That's how I look at it, to be honest with you, though. It's a team effort. It is.
All right.
It is.
We'll let you have that one.
Yeah. How long have you been flying with Angel Flight East?
A little over a year, precisely about, I'll say a year and 5 months now, but a little over a year. A little over.
And how did you hear about us to begin with?
I heard about Angel Flight East from my flight instructor, David Oakley. In one of our flights, when I was still doing my IFR training, 2021. Yes, I talked to him about if once I get my license, I know definitely I'll be flying around airports, at $100 hamburger and all that. But what can I be doing? Then he said, and because then I told him I wasn't interested in commercial flying. I didn't want to go to the airlines, And he said, okay, try the Angel Flight East. And the good thing was it brought me on one of his missions, precisely February 24, 2021, from Northeast Philly. And he brought me on as his mission assistant. So if I go back to the first question, that makes me feel, I've been flying since 2021 now, right? That makes it 2 years.
Yeah, so that's just short of 2 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. So he brought me on that mission, and to be honest with you, he had told me about it, but me experiencing that was a good feeling. To be honest with you, it was a good feeling, and So he told me about it. He told me about the Angel Flight East, David Oakley.
Very cool. And for those who are listening and think that name sounds familiar, can't figure out why, David was our Rookie of the Year in 2021, right, Jess?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now he left us to go to the airlines, but luckily his dad took his place.
Yeah.
And Jide always flies with Warren, so they're the perfect duo.
Yes.
I love it. One hopefully for the next.
Hopefully, yeah, he's coming next.
So can you tell us about one of your favorite Angel flights you've done so far?
One of my favorites? All the flights have been good, but yes. If I have to pick one, I'll pick the recent flight I just did. That was this last week Thursday and Friday. Luckily for me, I had to fly them twice. At first, as a mission assistant with Warren Oakley.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to fly them back the next day as a command pilot. And why I picked this flight is, can I mention her name?
Yeah.
Her name is Cypress, a 5-year-old lady, young girl. And you can see she's full of energy. And, you see a lot of people out there that, they kind of down, but she's got so much energy that probably draws a lot of, attention to you. And she reminds me of my daughter. I have an 8-year-old daughter. And one thing I remember about the flight again is this. Our mom saw our killer, right? Anytime anytime she Cypress tried to say something like thank you or whatever, she tried to raise a good kid and by telling her to say, thank you, sir, good morning, ma, good morning, sir. And I see that in the mom, and that shows she's raising a great kid. And like I said, all the fights I've done, they're all good. I mean, different stories about. I'll pick Killer because she's the youngest I've ever flown, and that energy just draws so much attention, which I love. And I think when we flew with them on Thursday, we came down to you guys, the FBO, and she gave us a hug, she gave us gifts, and I don't know, maybe because she's just a young kid, and me being the father of 2 young kids as well, I know what it takes, and that touches me, and that's one of my greatest flight. And getting to fly out back the next day, I get to spend more time with them, and we talked and we prayed and hope everything gets better. That's when I'll pick.
She is so cute.
She's so social too. She just walked right up to us.
Yeah, she did. She literally, so we have partner organizations that give like toy bags and things like that. Like there's one called Boredom Busters. And they gave her literally like a bag full of toys to play with. Like there's these little like sharks for her to take in the tub with her and things like that. And she was running around the FBO, going up to total strangers, telling them that the shark is hungry and tried to bite them with it. So sorry if you had a shark in your ear the entire flight. The next day, that's my fault.
I just like it. That's all right. That's all right. That's cool. She's she's a good kid.
She was one of our patients that just looking at her, you would never know she was sick or anything's wrong with her. And that's how a lot of our patients are. And they just have such an incredibly positive outlook on life, just so happy.
That's right, because the first flight we did, me and myself and Warren, when we were flying them to you guys, to the wings, Warren said something that you can't even tell. I mean, we all discussed it, myself, Warren, and the mom, Killer. Like, you can't even tell, something's wrong with the hand. And she's just so full of energy. That's what I like, put a smile on her face. That's what I like.
Yeah, there's so many times that we get pictures from pilots and we look at each other and we're like, do you know what this pilot looks like? Because I don't know who's the patient now. Yeah. We're like, everybody looks normal. Like, not normal, but like everybody looks fine. Everybody looks healthy. And we're like, I don't know who's who. So,
yeah.
3 people or 2, like, who's the patient, who's the pilot?
Yeah.
You can't, but that's a good thing. I mean, always trying to pray to God to just help everybody out whichever way and make them happy.
Do you fly for any other organizations?
No. I only fly for Angel.
Good. We'll keep you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll keep
we
you
don't
nice
like cheaters. Yeah.
I mean, because of my time, I mean, the only time I can afford right now is just my work and enjoy flight. Maybe if I retire, but at the end of the day, whatever the other organizations are trying to do, we're all trying to achieve a common goal. So, even if I don't fly for them, kudos, and to you guys and to them as well. But I only fly for Angel Flight East.
All right, that's good, because my next question was, when you're not flying for us, what do you do? So it sounds like that and work. But what do you do for work then?
Okay, so I'm a senior construction inspector. I work with a private engineering consulting firm. What I actually do is I ensure that your roads, bridges are safe for you to drive back home every day.
I appreciate you.
That's actually really important.
I worked last night. Why did I work last night? Because I can't shut down the road during the day. Everybody's going to yell at traffic and all that, but so that you guys can get back home safely. And that's my job during the day and, at night if I have to work at night. But
I didn't even know that was a thing, but now I know. We were actually just asking David yesterday. We're like, do you know what Jide does for a living? And he's like, I think he's an engineer or something, but wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very convenient. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. If you could say anything about being a volunteer pilot, what would it be?
Okay. I think to start being a pilot itself, I think we're blessed. We're lucky, but being a volunteer pilot is something different to me because this involves your time. And besides, if I can speak to most of the general pilots out there, besides the commercial pilots that are probably working, if you have the time I mean, the aircraft to fly, it could be yours or rental, Surprise Airworthy. I think it's a good thing to do because myself as a volunteer pilot, during the flight, before the flight, after all the flight, at the end of the day, I always feel fulfilled because I know I've put a smile in somebody's face out there. Because for this patient out there that needs to go to appointments that, can't really do, and we have the time or we have the aircraft to fly, why not do it? You understand? Because I think it's a chain, because if they have to go see a doctor, the doctor will probably do his job. And if we have to fly them there, I think it helps. So being a volunteer pilot, there's no regret at all. I love to do it, and I can always tell GA pilots to try to do it as well. You'll love it.
And then I have a question from David.
Oh,
how are you recovering from the Giants loss to the Eagles?
I was gonna put on my Giants hats today, but I had to do Angel Fly. But it's all good. I mean, David's not fair,
He really wanted us to start this episode with the fight song.
Yeah.
And I was like, that sounds too high tech. It's too early. I can't figure that out right now.
It's not fair, but I mean, I don't know, but we'll do better next year. Next year we'll do better.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
But that was a good game we did. It was a good game we pulled up on Monday. It was a good game.
It was a good game. It works my nerves a little too hard. Being a Philadelphia sports fan is a labor of love, but it is worth it.
We're not even really big sports fans. We just watch it to watch it. We don't really know what's going on.
No, I have no idea what's happening half the time, but then I still get upset.
Well, you can tell Dave is a diehard fan.
He is.
Yes, he is. We just kind of ask him what happens when we see things on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
He fills us in.
He texted me 2 days. Yeah, he texted me. Oh, that was yesterday. I'm like, here we go. Yeah, don't worry. I'll get back.
You can't mess with David and his sports team.
Say that again?
You can't mess with David and his Philadelphia sports teams.
Yeah. I see that. He's got a socks as well, too, so he's a diehard fan, so don't mess with that. I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. When in doubt, ask David. He's also really good for trivia. Like, bring him with you anytime.
Okay. So good. Tell me we have one more game, and that's going to be so sad, because Giants is going to win that game. Tell him I said that.
Oh
okay.
Boy.
We will relay the message.
Yeah. We don't want to start the rivalry. We try to stay out of it.
That's good.
Your rookie of the year is going to be a framed Eagles jersey, I think.
Yeah, with your name on the back of it. You can hang it in your kitchen.
Yeah.
Wow. Eagles.
Oh man, I think we actually have to do that now.
Yeah.
Maybe
just a picture of all of us in our Eagles gear or something.
Yeah.
Why not do it Giants? How about the Giants?
We'll think about it. I feel like David wouldn't let us wear another team's jersey.
Yeah, David wouldn't even pick up my Dunkin' Donuts coffee cup from me the other day because it's a Boston-based company.
Oh, really?
Yes, he is that serious about it. He held it and he was just like...
He's wild.
Oh my goodness. All right, well, back on topic.
Yeah. David's going to love that segment, though, because he says we never talk about him enough.
Yeah, true. He will.
Oh, all right.
So for anybody who is thinking of becoming a pilot in general, what would you tell them?
Let me say it like this. I mean, I wanted to be a pilot since I was young, right? And, I probably have the fear in me, can I do this? Can I do that? 2011, I was going to do it. My wife doesn't like to fly at all, right? And I just had my first child, my son then. And, she would throw everything at you. We have a son, this and that, but okay. And then I was still kind of doubting myself, right? All right. So come 2020 during the pandemic, then I thought myself, like, is this how the world is just going to end? Let me do what I love to do. I wanted to be a pilot. I just went for it. 45 days, 6.5 weeks, got it done. So
Wow.
a lot of people out there, oh yes, a lot of people out there,
That's
might be
nuts.
scared. Oh yes, because I've been an enthusiast way back. In my basement, I got my simulator. She will let me do it, whatever I want to do in the simulator. But you want to fly a real plane? It's scary. It's this, it's that. Well, like going back to the question is, if it's something you think you want to do or you think you want to do, you definitely know when you're ready, no doubt. But it's not as bad as it is. Teaches you safety. You always probably have to always check yourself, and it's not as bad as people think. It's love, it's fun. Once you're up there, the sky's the limit. To be honest with you, the sky's the limit. And just follow the rules. And anybody that wants to fly, you want to become a pilot like Jess is a pilot, right?
Oh, yikes.
Oh, halfway.
I was just gonna say I'm not a rule follower, so that's gonna be a problem
Jess
for
is
me.
not a rule follower. And in the amount of days it took you to become a pilot, it took just that in the minimum of hours to solo.
Yeah.
How many hours you got now, Jess?
I think about 40-ish.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I
I'm
saw that too.
behind. I'm just trying to beat my husband who has 100 hours and has not done his check ride yet.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my new goal.
I mean, it's not a race. It's not a competition. Everybody, we study differently. But at the end of it, if something you want to do, just do it. And I know the people out there that be like, I don't want to go fly this and that, but it's not as bad as people think. It's safe, and even my family, they still don't want to fly once in a while. I'm like, let's go. It's safe out there. It is. But
and you take your son on some angel flights with you, don't you?
Oh yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Does he have the bug now too?
I try not to force him to come along, but I try to entice him. Let's go. What do you want to eat? This and that.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's 12 years old. At times he wants to do it. At times he want to do it, but I never want to force him to do it. I never want to force him to do it. If he wants to go, come, let's go. So, but it's a great thing. Coming along, my son, and he sees what I'm doing, and I hope he can do that someday as well. Help people out.
That's awesome. You can be the next, hopefully, dad and son duo.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Or we know.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's true.
So what is one final thought you would want to leave our listeners with?
One final thought is going to be that you don't have to be a pilot. To all our listeners out there, what I can say is, any way, shape, or form you can always spread the word. That we have Angel Flight East that probably can fly people to their appointments. Instead of them driving 2-3 hours, they can be there in like an hour, 45 minutes. It saves time. So even though you're not a pilot, like I said, spread the word. Because I know at times at work, when I talk to one or two people, I tell them, I fly for this organization, and if you know anybody that needs a flight, just spread the word. That alone, I think, will probably make it a better world. Or if you see somebody every day, just telling them good morning, put a smile on everybody's face. You never know what people are going through, but that's it. That's it.
Wow,
you don't have to be
you're the best.
Yeah, I love that.
You guys are the best. Tell Dave I'm going to take that best away from him because he's Eagles fan. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, we'll leave David in the dust. He's not the best because he's an Eagles fan.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jide. And we are so excited to celebrate you in April.
And put your face on everything. And you're going to make a big speech.
It's going to be so much fun.
I'm thinking, for the next 3-4 months now, I've been sad. I don't know what to say. I have to face a lot of people. So I don't know.
Well, you have time, and we'll be off on the side holding a vodka soda or a beer for you when you're done.
Yeah.
We got you.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks for I'm really honored and appreciate that. I do.
Awesome. Thanks, Jide.
Yeah, talk to you later.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Wow, what a guy.
So right when Jide was hopping off, we paused the recording, and he let us know that he's a little bit nervous for his speech. So if you're coming in April, make sure you fill him in on how good it was, because we have full faith in him I said to Jide, just pretend that everybody's in their underwear. Because who hasn't heard that expression before with giving a speech or just talking to a crowd? And that's how you get over your fear. And you would have thought that I told him everybody was going to be in their underwear by the face he just gave me. It was the biggest eyes I think I've ever seen. Deer in a headlight. He has not heard that saying before.
I feel like now when he gets up there and does a speech, I'm going to think of everybody in their underwear, and I don't want to do that at the gala.
It's a saying. It's an expression.
Did Tom Mellett make a speech? I don't even remember.
I don't.
I feel like did he keep his PG?
I feel like he did. And I feel like his speech was more or less, and I might be confusing him with, I feel like he said that my wife said I don't have to do this, but Jess made me do it.
There would be nothing better than when we told Adam Zucker to send us his gala speech, because we wanted to proofread it to make sure he did not say anything inappropriate. And he
just
sent
to make sure his personality didn't shine.
Yep. He sent it to us in Hebrew, so we could not read it. And I was like, that is the definition of Adam Zucker's humor.
Yep. I love it.
But this is our first one of the new year. So 2024 is off to a good start, hopefully.
Yes. Welcome back. We are so excited to have you guys back. We're excited to be back with you. So coming into the new year, if there's any other topics that you want to hear about, per usual, feel free to reach out to us. And don't forget to like and follow and give us a rating on all of your favorite places to find your podcast. It's the only way to get the word out a little bit farther, as well as sharing it on your social media channels.
We still don't know what the podcast platforms are, but you probably do. So We'll see you next week.
We're happy you found us either way. So see you soon.
That's it for today's episode of Takeoff Talk with Angel Flight East. If you want to learn more about our services, please visit our website at www.angelflighteast.org or call our office at 215-358-1900. Join us in our mission. If you're a healthcare worker or a patient in need of air travel and flight services, AFE is here for you. Subscribe to the show so you can hear more stories. Join us again next week right here on Takeoff Talk.